Good middle of the night. What's so good about it? This is John G. Presco, and this is the Midnight Worry Show, number 13. I thought about skipping 13 and saying this is the Midnight Worry Show number 14, because as you know, 13 is an unlucky number. So I'm awake again in the middle of the night. And I'm figuring out what's going on with me psychologically, why I'm waking up in the middle of the night. It's because there's so much bad information out there, so much. And it's gone from bad to worse. And now it's utterly terrible news, just utterly terrible news. To the point where I was just looking at the headlines that show up on my new tab in the upper left. I sign in. And the news is so terrible that the explanation for why things are so terrible are terrible. They just are not good explanations, except for one I read on white Christian nationalism. And I said, well, about time someone wrote this article in clear, precise language. But again, there's no resolve. There's no conclusive packaged resolve. You present problems, you write them out in clear, precise form, and you package them. Then you present them to the people. We're getting a lot of that. We didn't get World War II package like this. We wanted to know what's going on. We listened to a radio, and we didn't see anything, visuals. We didn't have any visuals unless we went to the movie theater. And then they had the newsreels in between the beginning, I think, or maybe in the middle of, and maybe at the end. Newsreel, flash, American soldiers land on Iwo Jima Beach. And you're going, oh my gosh. But even then, they didn't show a lot of the American bodies floating in the surf or at D-Day. People were insulated even in the height of World War II. But still, it kept coming and coming. The bad news was everywhere. Newspapers carried it. Newspaper reporters carried it. And that's what I realized. I realized that, well, you're a newspaper reporter, John, and a candidate for governor of Oregon. So are you going to continue to be a newspaper man now that whatever you've been doing for all these years in a prophetic manner, predicting it as if you're curing what's to come, now that it's come, and you're right, and by golly, it's just as bad as you said it was going to be, and here it is, and people really don't want to follow you saying this is going to happen on, oh yeah, look back at 2018, John was saying it right here. Well, they don't care anymore. See, maybe 10 years after World War III is over, everything's fine and nothing's going on, no one's got anything to do. Someone will find my blog, and these videos I'm making, say, oh, look. And they'll write a book. Oh, look, this John Presco, he was saying this. He's documented it. Oh, my goodness, this is better than Nostradamus. Look at it. We can go back on the dates. We go back to Midnight Worry Show number 1, and Wow, there is such a thing as prophecy and a prophet. He said this is going to happen. And then World Midnight Warrior Show number 3, he predicted that Putin was going to invade, and there was no doubt because he's wrestling this demon in the middle. So I went to my go-to Christian yesterday, and I don't know if I can even talk about her and what we said because it was confidential. This person, his name's Samuel Perry. He's coming out with The Flag and the Cross. And it's about white Christian nationalism. And they just had a meeting, and there's some Democrats in this. And I suspected this was going on. And I talked about it, is that basically there are white Christian nationalists in this country that envision a Christian nation without black people or minorities. They just see it only working with white people. They don't want black people to vote. They don't want brown people to vote, or probably Oriental people to vote. They want what Putin to put together. They look at the Putin propaganda films like he made on the 18th, of celebrating the Crimea, the annexation of Crimea. And I posted on them yesterday. It's just these wonderful white people. Oh my gosh, that's what it should look. We should look like. Look at this beautiful white man falling in love with that beautiful, beautiful white woman. And oh my gosh, they got little children. Oh, and they're happy and they're dancing in the golden wheat with the giant bear, and the bear is happy. It's not eating the children. Oh my gosh. This is better than Walt Disney. Oh, it's Walt Putin. Walt Putin will bring us our wonderful Disneyland world of white nationalist Christians. And they're admitting that that's what we're doing in front of the White House on January 6th. And that's what Mr. White president sent us down Pennsylvania Avenue to go get our white Christian nationalism that was being stolen by a valid, honest to God, legal vote. But that's the problem. We can't have everybody in America voting. We've only got to work it out so only white people can vote. Because then we were guaranteed the vision that we want. We want a white Christian nation Disneyland world to go. We want to get in that line. We don't want to get in the voting line to, have an unsure outcome where black people and brown people and yellow people end up with our country, Jesus' country, God's country. He gave it to us. and this is what we're up against, people, this morning. Putin has been promising white people that world. And this is why a lot of white nationalist Christians follow him and like him still. And they want him to win. They want him to beat the Ukrainians and everybody else. Because by golly, if you can't have a democracy where that is guaranteed, then let's have a dictatorship. Let's do it. Heck with this whole thing about the Constitution and everything else. Let's get rid of it. This is what Trump has been saying. That's what I've been saying. I didn't get it. I didn't come up with this stuff. I'm not smart enough. I'm not really for this. I'm not even a Christian. But these are the people that put me in office. This is my voting base. And if I want to be the president of the United States again, I'm going to go along with what they tell me to go along with. I'm going to stop brown voters coming over the southern border and stop that. And I'm going to mad the jury or fix it so black people can't vote all through America, not just in the South. We're going to rig elections. We're going to gerrymander the districts. We're going to steal. We're the ones that are wanting to steal the elections. We're just blaming on the Democrats, and the Democrats get all into that, and they try to object and stuff. But geez, there's 40% of white Americans go, do it. We're not going to stop you. We go to church. We got families to raise. We're going to meet our Mr. Special man at our church, and then he's going to love us and propose marriage to us, and we get married, and we're going to have children. White women want to have a lot of children. They want to have a nice house in the suburbs where there's no minorities. And we want to have a beautiful farm with wheat. We want little white wheat children dancing around, with Russian bears and wheat. And then you get the end time Christians who are still working that one. Oh, but the Ukrainian war is a sign of the end times. And Jesus is going to come back and really punish sinners, really hurt them, really put the hurt on them. He's just not going to make life difficult for them in a democracy or in Russia. He's really going to hurt them, just like Putin's hurting the Ukrainians. He's putting that kind of hurt. That's what Jesus wants. What Putin is doing to the Ukrainians because they stood up to him. They said, no, we're a sovereign nation. Please don't bring your army across our borders. We will protect our nation. Putin says, I don't see any nation. Here I come. And he came. And he thought it was going to be a cakewalk. And then he was going to come to Poland and Czechoslovakia with the army. He said, here I come. And then you have a cakewalk, and he'll keep taking those countries back that the Soviet Union lost. And Germany stands up, he's going to take Germany out. And the Germans know it. This is why they're really upset with Merkel was upset with Trump, because Trump is saying, I'm going to get rid of NATO for Putin. Can't stop me. I'm going to fund NATO because that's what my buddy Putin wants. Merkel and the Germans go, oh my gosh, you're not going to back us up with all that money and all those atomic bombs. Nope. I want the white Christian nationalism. I'm all for it. They laid hands on me in the Oval Office, and boy, I'm all for it. I'm just like Walt Disney, and I'm not even a Christian. This is where we are today. So last night I opened up this. Yeah. See that big red family? This is from the Oregon Family Council. See, they want me to take this survey. You could go online and look at these people. Dear John, thank you for giving your time and energy to run for public office. As a candidate, thousands of Oregonians are now interested in the message of your campaign and your position on the issues and challenges that we face. Yeah. But they're interesting. White Christian nationals are interested because these people invented it in 1980. I give them credit because I glanced at their questions and I went onto their website and so they sent me the survey they're asking me to fill out. See, and if you don't, are there any consequences if you don't fill out? Well, yes, there are. Do I have a choice? Well, no, not if you want to be governor, because if Christians don't see your name and your answers, they're just not going to vote for you. They don't care what your message is. They're just not going to vote for you. I don't see him on the Council of Family of Nation white people thing. This is like, filling out an application to be a clown at Disney World. A white wizard clown. Hi, I'm the white wizard Christian white man, that's Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho. Vote for me. Yeah, oh, yeah, I checked all the right checks, the boxes. You could, yep, it's safe to vote for me. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, boy. See, so here's the first question, the personal tax kicker. Yeah, put that one up at the top. We white national Christians do not want to pay more taxes for black people, so black people can thrive and meet in their black churches and meet the right man, get married, and have children. We don't want more black children in this country. We only want white children in this country. So we're not going to, because black people are poorer than white people, we're just not going to pay more taxes. And that way they won't breed as fast as we white people must. We must save our money for our breeding purposes. I didn't make this up. It's right here in this question. Let's see. Recent discussion of Oregon's tax policy have included many comments on the tax kicker. Okay. And do you support it or oppose it? See, there's that box. But what really gets me is they leave a thing for your comment, right? Just in case, you got Satan working, who wants to. Satan is the adversary, the God that always comes up with the other alternative, the other opinion other than Jesus, God's opinion. So if you even attempt to fill that out, they're going, not our man. Just check support. That's it. No, you don't oppose this one. Oppose that one. See, and you're, if you're a middle of the road Christian, you're not for a white Christian, you're like trying to play a mind game with us. Gosh darn, I need your vote. Yeah. So I just, but go along with us and just guess which one they want me to check. But then if I do that, then I get the Democrat voters, see? Crossover, the swing voters, and they go, oh, he's one of them. I'm not going to vote for him. So this is a very divisive group since it's been around. And these are the people that divided America in half. Because they wanted to divide it in half. This is what you've got to understand. Let's see, universal health care, support or opposed. Religious liberties, do you support or oppose? Gosh, education standards, parental rights, Okay. All right. So this is all Putin. Putin probably got a copy of this from one of his allies, American Christian allies. Said, this is what we're doing to divide our nation in half. And, either you're a Christian or we'll divide and destroy the nation. That's what we'll do. And that's what Putin did. And the Ukrainian people and Russian people are already semi-divided with the schism with the Orthodox Church. So let's just really put the big supreme divide on them, to the point where they got to go, no, Putin, we reject you. Oh, you're rejecting Jesus. They put a big check in there. To reject Putin is to reject Jesus. It's the same thing. See? And this is why we got a mortal man playing God on all the medias. He's playing God. Oh, you want your child in that little baby stroller to live in Ukraine? Well, I own Ukraine, me and God and my church. So look, I'm going to send this bomber over and I'm going to bomb your baby because you're a sinner and you're raising a sinner baby because it's not going along with my program. Playing God is a blasphemy, folks, but they know it and they don't care. This is playing God with the voters. This is absolutely introducing religion into our democratic politics. This is an attack upon separation of church and state, and they know it. And you want to argue with that? Well, we're on to you. You don't have a choice. You fill this out. Say you're one of us. This is 1984 shit, people. So what's the point? If we resist this man playing God, then he might actually use nuclear weapons. And he's threatening to. Either you go along, either you fill out my form the way that I instruct you and want you to fill it out, or you're a dead man. And so is your nation. I'll nuke you and your country and your baby and your beautiful daughter. She'll never get married. She'll never have children. But only with my approval. I approve of every marriage in Russia. No one gets married without my stamp. I am the godfather of Russia. And I'm soon going to be the godfather of Ukraine and Poland and Czechoslovakia and Finland. I'm going to be the godfather of the Soviet Union, just the way like Stalin was the godfather. But I'm going to be more open with my demand that everybody be a Christian. Everybody be a Christian. And you better fake it if you don't really feel like you're a Christian. You better look like one on the outside because I'll make it difficult for you. You won't be able to get a good job. You might even end up going to jail. If you get a bad record under my godhood, you won't be breeding beautiful white Russian children. I am the master breeder. I am the one who mixes people together like God. It squeezes little children out of them. So I get to play God. And you can't stop me. I'll nuke the crap out of you. So here we are, thanks to white Christian nationalists and the Council of Family Values. They did it. They did it to us. These are the people. Because they took something that was innate in humanity long before Jesus walked the earth. And quite frankly, long before God, the God of the Jews, which Paul rejected. Yeah, well, Jesus really isn't. Well, he's God. He's just not the son of God of a Jew, the Jewish God. He's God himself. Family, family, family. See, they took the family hostage. That's what we had. We are innate as a humanity. We have family. I had siblings. They all turned on me with the crazy dictator art that Christine ended up with. And I rebelled and I paid the price. So what am I saying? Oh yeah, the church says, gosh darn, these sinners. Why do we have sinners that are opposing us? Why isn't everybody in church? I said, well, because they got something else. Then go to the church, the Catholic Church, the Protestant Church, schisms. If you belong to that church, will kill your family. See, they took the family hostage. That's what Christianity finally did. They always did. But then there was this break where people said, agnostic, atheist, nope, I got a loving family. That's how I got my sense of belonging. I don't have to sit in a pew with all these parishioners and people in my neighborhood. Hey, you're one happy family of Jesus, so who's God? Yes, we are. Happy Disney World to you. Bless my white skin. And, that stuff. See, that's your real family. That's what they're telling you. So, have I seen signs the world's going to end? Yes, I've left that to the end. What I saw that indicated to me that we are at the end of the world and there will be a nuclear war, were these Ukrainians taking out this crucifix from this church. There were sandbags around the entrance, and they're sandbagging their churches to keep Putin, from bombing them at will. And there's this big life-size crucifix, marble on a cross. I said, oh my gosh, that's Miriam Starfish Chrysler. That's how I've been depicting it. She's my creation in my book, Royal Janitor. And remember, I wrote this scene where they pretend that they bring her to the airport to get on that Russian plane for home because all the Russian spies are being kicked out of America and Britain, and they're being sent back, and she creates this crucifix scene. So I wrote that. See, I created that because that's the people who got to play God for other than dictators and people who wrote the Bible, both books, playing God. The authors, people who write books, see, can be futurians, be prophets. And it came true. And then there's Victoria Rosamond Bond, who is the ballerina who refused. Her name is Oleg Smirnova. And she was the principal ballerina of the Russian ballet. And she said, I can't live like this. I can't live under a God-man dictatorship. I have to have my creative soul. And so she quit the ballet. And she's in Holland now preparing for her first performance in the Hall of Ballet. See, and that's Victoria Rosamond Bond of Holland. So my two characters appeared yesterday to me. And I said, this is it. The chances that we have a nuclear war because the free world just can't have it the way God Putin wants it to be. If Zelensky and the Ukrainians give up, then God Putin is going to torture these people in front of our eyes for a long time. He's going to hunt them down like the Romans hunted down the Jews, like Paul, Satan himself hunted down the Jews. They're going to crucify these souls and punish them for being sinners. Putin is going to be the return of Jesus as the punisher of sinners. And I never got that. When I read both books of the Bible for the first time in 1987, at 40 years old, I said, how in the world do these people see this man called Jesus becoming the punisher of sinners, the ruthless, unmerciful punisher of sinners, when he comes back from the dead? That this is what he wants to do? Why? Why is he so angry at sinners? What did sinners do to him? They didn't crucify him. Did they? Did sinners crucify God in human fleshly form? And he's really pissed off at the world and he's going to destroy the world to get to the sinners. He's going to bring the end times and the tribulation. He's going to bring down 20,000 tall buildings. It'll be worse than 9/11. And he's going to what? Murder the babies of sinners? He's going to bomb little babies in their strollers? He's going to do everything that Putin's doing right now? You know what I say? Fuck Jesus. He's not real. You've got to say, that's not a real thing. It's not a real entity. Who wants him to come back? Not sane people. He's not gone. And he's not coming back. But Putin is here right now. And he might use small nuclear weapons in the next hour. He might be using biological weapons in the next 30 minutes, people. You've got a mortal man playing God and Jesus. And he's taken upon himself the right to punish people he believes are sinners. And he's got this crazy Orthodox Kirill guy in back of pointing out the enemy, just in case he doesn't know. That's the guy you nuke. You put a nuke right on that Kirill guy and his evil church of the Russian military with Nazis on the wall. You nuke that church right now. And you say, this is from the people of the United States of America. Fuck your goddamn church. Woo! And get ready. This is what you do. I'm telling you, as a candidate for governor, this is what you do. You nuke that guy on coming Sunday morning. you be sure that this is being televised, or that Kirill guy is blaspheming the whole meaning of the teaching of the Jews, and Jesus, the Jew, and the Messiah, and how he's corrupted him, and how that Kirill guy is the Antichrist minister of Putin, who is the Antichrist, and put a nuke on that. Sunday morning, televised, nuke that evil church of the Antichrist. Got it? We're not going to be watching this on TV for the next 100 years, people. This evil man and his evil Jesus he's invented with the help of the right nationalist Christians in America. Fuck right nationalist Christians in America. All to hell. Little red dot says end stream. Yeah, I'm going to push it right now with my little finger right here. End stream.